Hey, ballsacks, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies. I'm going to do another double movie review where I review two movies, and this time two movies that I have to watch because of my film courses in college. Once again, I'm going to do this high speed because I don't want to bore you guys. I'm going to speak super duper fast, very straightforward and simple. Yay. So, the first film I watched, not actually, the second film I watched last night is The King's Speech, directed by Tom Hooper. I actually watched this film long time ago, like 6 years ago or something, and I basically had forgotten about 90% of what happened there, so I had to rewatch the whole thing from front to back yesterday for my film introduction class, and I enjoy it. I like this movie a lot. Um, it's it's really good. Essentially, the movie is about Albert something. He's in the royal family. He's second next in line to be the king of England. But here's the thing: he stutters, he stammers, he can't speak, and as a king, you have to speak. And he's like, I, Colin Firth's performance is absolutely fantastic. And then we have, shoot, what's his name? Joffrey Rush? Correct me if I'm wrong. But his performance is also really good. We have Helena Bonham Carter as Colin Firth's wife in this film. And altogether, we have a really interesting biopic that looks at the more recent history of the UK, but with a more interesting lens. And I really like that. You know, usually people have a pre-assumption of, oh, biopics, boring. But this one is actually pretty interesting. The characters are pretty fun as well, and there's not much to add. The film is pretty decently shot. I wouldn't say the cinematography is mind blowing or anything, but there are some like wide angled shots that are pretty interesting to see. And I think overall it is a really well paced movie, and I just kind of enjoy it. I'm kind of feeling a strong 8 out of 10 in this thing. The first movie I watched is Thelma Louise. I watched this a week ago, which felt like 3 minutes ago. And Thelma and Louise is a movie released in the 1990s, 1991, I think. And it is a movie about two women who are originally trying to get away from their husbands, you know, just to hang out and go on a vacation. And one of them brought a gun, and shit went down. Like, a man tried to rape one of them, and the other person just straight up killed the man. And then they were on the run, and as they were on the run, things got more and more and more complicated. Brad Pitt is in this movie as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but the movie isn't really working for me. The plot isn't really all that interesting. The characters aren't really all that likable at all. And the ending just came out of nowhere. To be honest, an ending like this, you know, I'm not outraged by it or anything, but it just feels kind of random. Like it just came out of nowhere with no rhyme or reason whatsoever. Another thing that this movie is accused for being is being male bashing, because 90% of all the male characters in this movie are assholes. Basically, they're perverted, cowardly. They're inhuman. They're apathetic. They're all criminals, and they hate the law and they hate women. Movies like this, they don't really make me go, oh, bad or anything. In fact, there are actually a couple of good male characters in this movie, and one of them are even very terribly um, treated by Thelma and Louise themselves. But with that being said, I still think the plot is very random, very wacky, and not even in a fun, entertaining way. It's just wacky for the sake of wacky with no rhyme or reason whatsoever. There's also something about this movie that's so 90s and so like ooh Southern American about it. And I'm fine with a very Southern American movie, not Latin American, like Southern USA movie. But in this case, the movie doesn't really use this as an aesthetic or anything. It's just there, and it's kind of awkward. So yeah, Thelma and Louise, it's kind of between a 6 and a 7, unfortunately. I mean, it's not bad, but I didn't enjoy it all that much. So a strong 6. So, have you watched The King's Speech and Thelma and Louise? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like him, hate him, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Oh yes. Yes, I found you. I found you.